Isn't that just gorgeous? Isn't it just gorgeous? Look, there's a subdivision over there. But that view out the ridge is just beautiful. But right in through there, that's Gatlinburg. Right in through there. So I spent quite a bit of time in the car today going and checking out some properties. I've got 6 empty houses right now. 5 of them are pretty much physically empty, and then I got a 6th one that is economically empty, which means the people living there aren't paying rent. So I got basically 6 empty houses. But you know, they paid me a lot of money when they moved in, and so I'm using their money to make the monthly mortgage payment, and it's all good. But I spent some time in the car today because I had to take Abby Labby to the vet, first of all, and she did not get a good report. She has pancreatitis, which explains why she's whining and crying all the time, because she's in pain. So she is going to be drugged up for the next 10 days. If you need Abby the Labby to do anything for you in the next week and a half, probably don't want to count on her to do that, because she is going to be high as a kite. Okay, so we got on lots of pain pills, changed up her diet. I went to Tractor Supply, got her some totally different food, and she'll be good. She'll be okay. We'll get her diet where it needs to be and take care of Abby the Labby, because, I mean, come on. She kind of has an important job around here, right? So that's honestly why I was in the car so much today, and I had to go to Tractor Supply in Jefferson City. While I was there, I was like, hey, I got a house in Jefferson City that's not paying me. So I drove on, not much further, to check, and sure enough, they are still living there. There's kids' toys out all over the yard and all the stuff. But when I'm in the car and I'm driving, I listen to Joel Osteen all the time, all day long. He is a great motivational speaker. He gives lots of great lessons. And since I've been listening to him nonstop for the last couple weeks, he tells the same stories over and over and over again. But today he told a different story. And maybe y'all have heard the story about the professor, and she's got an empty jar, and then she's got a jar full of golf balls, a jar full of marbles, a jar full of sand, and a jar full of coffee, or, something like that. And, the whole thing is, the first time I heard this story, you put the golf balls in first, and you put the marbles in, and they take up some space in the meantime, and then you put the sand in, and it takes up the space in between. And then, she keeps asking the class, is it full? And you put the golf balls in, they say, yeah, it's full. But you put the marbles in, shake it around, and it takes up more space. And then they say, yeah, it's full. But then you put the sand in and shake it around, and then the sand takes up the space in between the golf balls and the marbles. And so it's full, right? But the professor says, well, I've got this pot of coffee. And she pours the coffee over the top of it. And, the moral of the story is there's lots of things you got going on in your life, but you always got time that you can kind of shake it around and create some more space. And there's always time for coffee with friends. There's always time to sit and drink coffee and spend some time with the Lord. There's always time to sit and drink coffee in the mornings and just meditate or just kind of get your game plan together. But there's always time for coffee, right? But Joel told the story, and he told it a different way. I've always heard it that way, but tonight the way he told it, and got me thinking kind of different, is in life, there's lots of things that you have to do, right? You have to take the dog to the vet when she's hurting. You have to take the kids to the vet when they're hurting. You have to go to work. You have to get paid. You have to make your mortgage payment. There's things that you have to do, right? And let's say those are the marbles. All right. And then there's things that you want to do. You want to go to the lake this weekend. You want to go to the beach this week. You want to buy a new purse. You want to get Abby Labby a new collar because she was a good girl at the vet today, even though you just got her a new collar last weekend. Okay. Those are things that you want to do. So that's kind of going to be the sand. And then there's that fluff time. All right. And sometimes your fluff time is when you're scrolling Facebook. And I am so guilty of this. Sometimes your fluff time is when you're, reading the Magnolia Homes magazine, standing out in the checkout line at the grocery store. Maybe your coffee time is, or your fluff time is some other things that you do that is kind of technically a waste of time. Like, it's not actually getting you to anything that you have to do. It's not necessarily getting you to anything that you want to do. It's just something that you're doing to pass the time. But then there's something very important here that we missed, all right? We did the things that we have to do. Those were the marbles. We did the things that we want to do. That was the sand. And we did the things that are our fluff time. It's our coffee time. It's our kind of a waste of time, if you will. But what did we forget in this equation? We forgot the golf balls. We forgot the balls. In the first story, the balls, the big golf balls, those were the big things. They went into the jar first because they were the biggest. They were going to take up the most space. And then we put the marbles in and they filtered in. And then we put the sand in and it filtered in. And then we put the coffee in, right? But a lot of times, a lot of us are doing it the opposite way. And we're spending our entire life starting with the coffee, starting with the fluff time, starting with the scroll time, starting with the time that doesn't actually end up getting us anywhere. And we fill that up in the jar first. Then we add the sand in with the things that we want to do. We want to go to the lake. We want to go do this. We want to go do that. We want to buy a new purse. We want to buy new shoes. We want to do all these things. And then we got to squeeze in time for the things that we have to do. We have to go to work. These are our marbles. We have to go to work so that we can pay our mortgage. We have to go to take the kids to the doctor. We have to take the dog to the vet. And then our jar is full, but we still got these golf balls. And the golf balls are our goals. Did y'all hear me? I said the golf balls are our goals. The goals that we've had since, we got married. I have a girlfriend who told me when she got married, she wanted to buy a duplex and basically house hack, but her husband was not into real estate investing. He did not think that was going to be a good idea. So 20 years later, 4 kids later, now they're divorced. She still doesn't have any rental houses because she started with the coffee, the sand, and the marbles because that was his plan. Now she's looking around going, well, I don't have any space to put in golf balls in this jar. I know some other people that are wanting to buy houses. They're wanting to buy apartments. They're talking this game. They're going to the meetings. They're watching the right YouTube videos. Don't forget to subscribe. I'll put the link to my YouTube videos in here. I am 47 subscribers away from hitting 5,000 subscribers. So y'all hit that subscribe button, WhitneyNisley.com/TV. Okay? Subscribe to the YouTube channel. But they're not doing the actual things that are going to get them to buy those houses, going to get them to buy those apartments. They're not calling the sellers. They're not making the offers. And it's because they're filling up their jar. They're filling up their life in the reverse order. All right? If you're going to be able to get your goals into that jar, into your life, you have to pre-plan it. You absolutely have to pre-plan it. And you have to force yourself to squeeze that ball down in there at some point, okay? And maybe you don't have as much fluff time. Maybe you don't have as much coffee time. Maybe you don't do as many things that you want to do because you have to do all the things that you have to do. And you have to do all the things that it takes to get those golf balls in that jar so that you're actually hitting your goals. All right? A little bit of tough love tonight, but I think y'all can handle it. Don't forget to hit your goals. Yes, I want you to have fun. Yes, I want you to do all the things that you have to do. Yes, I want you to have some fluff time. I mean, Lord knows I have plenty of fluff time where I could be actually doing something that's going to push my goals along. And I'll tell y'all that the way I do it is I stack my weeks. So Monday I have a plan, Tuesday I have a plan, Wednesday I have a plan, Thursday I kind of have a plan, and on Fridays it's like cleanup day. I don't really book anything, I don't really plan anything for Fridays, so that I know I have Fridays, I have tomorrow, that I can finish up everything that I didn't get done on all the other days. But that I can look at my to-do list on Friday and I can say, I hammered my goals. I got the balls in. I kept the ball in the court. I kept the space for the big goals in between the things that I have to do, the things that I want to do, and the fluff things, the coffee things. All right, so I want to encourage y'all to do the same thing. If you're going to be a super successful real estate investor, you cannot forget your balls. Okay? You have to create time, you have to save some energy, and you have to make that happen. All right? Y'all drop that down in the comments. Say, I am a successful real estate investor. Say, I am a successful real estate investor. Get you a yellow pad of paper out and write it 100 times, okay? Because fluff time, coffee time, that's one thing. But when you're writing those affirmations out, when you're writing that love note out to God, when you're writing out like your Christmas list of what you want to happen, that is not coffee time. That is not want time. That is not need time. I believe that is golf ball time. All right? Because that is sinking it down into your brain. And I don't know about y'all, but I live with a scared 13-year-old girl in the back of my head, and she tries to run the show, and every once in a while I have to tell her to sit down and shut up. And I do that by repeating to myself just what I want you to repeat to yourself. Drop it down in the comments right here. Say, I am a successful real estate investor. Tell me down in the comments. Say, I am a successful real estate investor. Tell yourself 15,000 times a day. Do you know we have something like 60,000 thoughts every single day? Men and women have like 60 some odd thousand thoughts every single day. And a lot of times the thoughts that you're having are on repeat. It's stories that you've been telling yourself that aren't exactly true, but it's because you're speaking from that scared 13-year-old girl in the back of your head who really needs to be told to sit down and shut up. All right. And the way you tell her to sit down and shut up is you tell her that you are a successful real estate investor now. All right. So doodle that out on your yellow pad. Drop it down in the comments. Tell me, say, I am a successful real estate investor now. All right. Do all the things it's going to take to be able to keep those golf balls in your jar. Do all the things it's going to take so that by the end of Friday, you can say, I did everything I said I was going to do this week. And as long as I do my part, God will do his part. Laying around and freaking out and panicking because I got 6 empty houses right now is not going to help me get them back to full. All right? But posting them on Zillow, answering my phone calls, posting them on Craigslist, putting pictures up on Facebook, going and taking videos and taking new pictures of the houses because they look a little bit different this year than they did last year when I rented them. All of that and keeping my activity going, that will help me get those houses back to passive income and cash flow and financial freedom, all that other stuff. Okay? That's what's going to help me keep the balls in the court, put the balls in the jar, all right? And yes, that's stuff that I have to do. You have stuff that you have to do. So don't fill up your jar, don't fill up your day with all of the fluff stuff, then all the stuff you want to do. Leave a little bit of room for the things that you have to do, and then by the end of it, you don't have any room for the stuff that's actually going to move your goals forward. All right, ladies? You are a successful real estate investor. I see your comments. I see those comments dropping down there. Say, I am a successful real estate investor now. I am a successful real estate investor now. Man, the sun went down on me, didn't it? Say it in the comments. I am a successful real estate investor now. All right? I'm here to help you. If you want some help, if you want me to help you get your first deal done, go to getyourfirstdeal.com. Go to getyourfirstdeal.com. I can drop that down in the comments. I like all the comments. I'll go through, I'll respond to everybody. All right? But start telling everybody. Put it down in the comments. Share this video out. Let people know that you're going to start taking life by the balls. I don't think that's the way Joel said it, but that's the way I'm going to say it. Okay? Don't forget to do the things that's going to push your goals forward. All right? So that you can one day flip it and have all the fluff time that you want. Yes, I see these comments now. Yes, yes, yes. I am a successful real estate investor now. Woo! Good job, girls. All right, well, I tried to get this done, but the moon is out. The sun has set on us, and my day has come to an end. Y'all get out there. Get your stuff done. Let me know if you have any questions. Let me know if you have any comments. Drop it down in the comments, though. Say, I am a successful real estate investor now. Now. All right, ladies, I'm proud of you. Get out there. Let me know if you need anything. Last view before the sun goes down.